Hello guys, MikuChibi here, welcome back to our Sword Art Factor, and today we're gonna look at the news banner, the summer banner, the heat, the beach order. We can see here is a step up banner with 3 steps. Step 1, you have vision up, step 2, regular price, and step 3, a guaranteed random 4-star, not guaranteed featured, but a guaranteed random 4-star that you can get in this banner. And we have 4 new skills in this banner. We have Yuuki, Asuna, Koharu, and Sinon, which you might seen in the live stream or live stream recap, depends which one you have seen. And you can see that Yuuki, Asuna, both of them are chain skill, Koharu full burst, and Sinon on axe skill. And you have the drop rate 6% for 4-star, which is a scam, especially on a 3-step banner because it is lower chance to get featured. And the duration of this banner is till the 26th of August, so you have roughly a month on you to decide if you want to follow this banner or not, or if you're trying to collect Arcana gems. So you have a month on you to get as many Arcana gems as possible. And the first skill we're gonna have a look at is Unearthed, which at Yuuki is a sword skill, summon V square skill animation, 26 SP, slash and holy, 40-second cooltime, 1 and 4 switch gauge, which is pretty good, and 4 break gauge, not bad. It has 2250% damage for hitting a target, shine pile buff, holy element damage, 1% per stack, 3 stack for 20 seconds, and if you're using switch you gain 9 stack. So if you're playing around stacking, having this skill could be really useful. And when you activate in chain, you are getting 50% holy element damage when using whole skill, and 1000 attack while the buff to raise holy damage is in effect. So really good support skill if you are building a holy set for your sword build, or if you don't have a chain sword, then having this one could be really nice for your DPS set. But then again, we do have the free one, which is still really useful, which I kinda like. So this skill is not bad, really good for supporting skill, and really good if you're building a holy sword build. Next one, Shining Summon Memories. Asuna is a rapier skill, Summon Riot skill animation, 26 SP, Frozen Wind, 40-second cooltime, 96 switch gauge, and 30 break gauge, not bad. It does 2250% damage, 6 hits in a target, wind pile buff, wind element damage, 1% per stack, 3 stack for 20 seconds, and when using switch you gain 9 stack instead, which is pretty good. And for chain skill, you're getting 3% wind element damage when using wind skill, and 1000 attack while the buff to raise wind damage is in effect. So basically the same as Yuuki, a support skill that is focused on wind element damage, which could be really good for a wind rapier set, or if you don't have a chain rapier skill, I think this one could be also really nice to have. So not bad support skill, especially if you're building a wind set for your rapier, having this one could be really nice. Next one, Treasure in the Tropics. Koharu is a dagger skill with Terror Summer skill animation, 30 SP, slash and holy, 50-second cooltime, 55 switch gauge, and 38 break gauge, not best. It does 2250% damage, 5 hits in a target, weak slash 4 debuff slash element weakness damage, 25% for 8 seconds, not bad. And frostbite status element, inflict frostbite, 1 stack for 30 seconds. Could be really nice if you don't have any skill that can apply frostbite. And to activate the burst, you need to do holy, holy slash holy, but if you limit break the skill to plus 10, you are removing this sequence here and only need to do holy, holy slash, which should be easier to activate the burst. 50-second cooltime, 55 switch gauge, and 70-second break gauge, not bad. It does 5700% damage for hitting a target. Bonus attack plus 1500 against enemy with a blunt element, basically enemy weak to slash, which is really good. Second bonus, increased attack against enemy with status element, poison, burn, bleed, frostbite, 1% per stack. So if you are able to apply poison, burn, bleed, frostbite, and max them out to 99, then you can get up to 396% attack, which is a lot and really good as well. And the last bonus, holy element damage increased by 0.5% of the number of debility stacks when the player is inflicted with debility status element. If you are able to utilize this one, then you can get up to 49.5% holy element damage, which could be really useful. So this one is a really good burst skill, especially if you're doing any slash holy content. If you look into boss that is weak to slash holy, you do have, let's see, Floor 35, the Sting is weak to slash and holy if you farm for knock, could be really nice. You also have the Gleam Eye, also weak to slash and holy if you're farming Rosso. If you look into Shadow 2, we don't have any that is weak to slash and holy, but if you look into KO Showdown, we do have one boss, which is the Dark Black Overseer, level 255. Weekly slash and holy, so could be really nice to have if you're farming for late game, especially the latest KO Showdown level 255. The skill could be really nice to have if you are able to play around the bonus. For example, being able to apply all 4 elements, poison, burn, bleed, frostbite, and able to max them out then you can deal a lot of damage with it. So it is a not bad full burst. And if you compare to other full bursts that we have, for example this one, to those waiting for the new Silica, you can see that it has lower multiplier, meaning that Koharu, the Summon Koharu, is much better. And it has better bonus compared to this one. Then we also had the non-element burst skill, the time for a chance Koharu, which has the similar bonus but lower multiplier. So the Summer Koharu can compete with the Birthday Koharu. So it really depends how you want to build around it. And lastly, we do have a similar skill that has similar bonus and similar damage multiplier, which is Guard Red Dragon Armor Silica, but this one is the burst skill. So we can use this Silica here with this Koharu, and they have a really good synergy. Both have also low cooldown, so you can use both of them. So this is a not bad skill, especially if you want to farm for late game. Last one, Swept Away by Treasure Sinon, is a pass skill with Engrave, Persistence, and Pierce, which has Engrave, Persistent, and Pierce. Engrave, when equipping 3 or more Sinon skill in the same set and hitting with switch at debuff mark, the next attack enemy receive will be induced double damage, which is really good, especially for late game, because in late game, you will see that some Labyrinth party require you to have Engrave to burst down the boss really fast and have a smoother run. So in a party, if all 6 players have Engrave, then you are able to support each other by applying a mark, and all of each player will able to deal double damage, meaning you are able to burst down the boss faster. So that's why sometimes when you see Labyrinth party where people require Engrave, that is what they want. But also Engrave can be really useful for solo content as well, especially for harder content where you have to rely Koharu a lot to apply mark, and sometimes Koharu doesn't do that, which could be really annoying. So that's why having Engrave could be more useful, where you yourself are able to apply mark every single time when you switch. And you can put Koharu in other stuff like maybe more stacking skill or maybe debuff, so Koharu can now be more flexible. Or you can also give Koharu 2.5, so you can stack double damage and not 2.5, and that will give more damage to your skill. Engrave have really good synergy with chain skill, because when you activate the chain skill where you are in chain state, all your skill will be switchable if they're all maximum broken. If they do, then they will proc the mark, because mark requires to using switch, and since you are in the chain state where all skills are switchable, then you will always apply mark. So chain skill with Engrave have really good synergy. Persistent 4, attack plus 20% at below 3% of your own HP, could be really useful, for example, because some of the build require to have low HP, so it could be really good for bow and sword. And while the access skill is activated, Pierce 4, damage done to enemy with defrosting plus 24%, which is really good. So this passive is not bad. It's a really good passive because it has Engrave, and Engrave is really popular. You've probably seen, so for example, this Elizabeth here, the Revealing Field Elizabeth, you've probably seen some late game players that do use this one because it's really good. It's Awakening as well. Or sometimes you maybe see me building, I do have this one. I rely on Engrave almost in every single build for solo content or even Labyrinth content. I always use this one because it makes your run much easier. That's it. That's why Engrave is really good, especially if you're running a chain skill. So overall, Sinon, Koharu, Asuna, and Yuuki are really good. Treasure in the Tropics, Koharu is a sword skill with higher damage multiplier, increasing after limit breaking, which is definitely worth the limit break. That is for sure, definitely worth the limit break. And if you look on the drop rate, you have 0.25% chance to get the future ed, and then 0.013% chance to get non-future ed. And if you look on step 3, you do have 5.416% chance to get the future ed. But if you add all these 4 together, you have around 22% chance to get the future ed, meaning you also have 78% chance to get non-future ed, which is pretty low. That's why I really hate step 3 banner with the 6% drop rate. Now the question is this banner worth summon on? Well, it really depends what you have and what you need. All these 4 skill is really good. If you're a player that need Engrave and also want to try the endgame content, for example the Chaos Showdown, right now the Dark Overseer, then I'll say definitely worth to summon on. But keep in mind, it is a step 3 banner, meaning you are not even guaranteed to get featured. You have only 22% chance to get featured, And if you have seen my previous video or my previous summoning video where I did around 11 rotation on the traveler banner, and I did not get the skill I really want, the chain axe agile. I managed to get the other 3, but I did not manage to get the agile. So that could also happen to you. So this banner is high risk, high reward. If you are willing to risk your Arcana gems and try to get the skill, then I wish you good luck. The skills are really good, especially if you're a player that doesn't have Engrave and want to join the Labyrinth party where you're farming floor 33, floor 69, etc. Then having Engrave could be really useful. Or for solo content, Engrave is really good, the Koharu is really good for the Chaos Showdown level 255. Asuna, Yuuki, they are debatable, but if you don't have a Chain Rapier or Chain Sword, I mean, you do have Chain Sword, but if you want something better, then getting Asuna and Yuuki is really nice to have as well. So it really depends what you have and what you need. For new players, if you're a new player that you start the game, my recommendation on this banner is skip this one, because if you look into the skill, for example, if you manage to get Koharu, are you able to utilize it? Probably not, because it do require to have holy skills, and we don't get that many free holy skill. I believe we're only getting one, which is on bow, so that is not reliable. And also, you do want to have some skills that are able to apply element, poison, burn, bleed, frostbite. If you don't have any skill to do that, then you won't be able to utilize the 1% per stack. Your skill will be a little bit weaker, but that's fine. As long as you are able to apply poison, burn, bleed, or frostbite, that's good. But if you are able to apply all 4, that is super mega good. But that depends if you have that. So if you're new players, I don't think you will have that, and also you want to limit break the skill as well. So it'll require a lot of skill and a lot of resource. But if you want to invest into that for future build, then go ahead, sure. So new players, I do not really recommend on this banner. Unless you are interested in the skill, then go ahead. I wish you good luck, and hopefully you are getting skills. Otherwise, if we look into other banner, we do have this one, which I don't really recommend for new players. Then we have this one, definitely not really good for new players. We do have this one, could be really nice for new players, only the Kirito one. But then again, you can also rely on the free pulls. I think free pulls is much better. Right now, there are no good banner for new players. And the 72 hour head start order, that is also a scam. All the skills are really bad, which I don't really recommend. Only step 1 on the beginner banner is good enough, then you should save your Arcana gem. So my recommendation, if you're a new player, skip this banner, save your Arcana gems, unless you are interested in skill, then go ahead. Keep in mind, it's not guaranteed to get new skills. It is just a random 4-star, so it could be any random 4-star, which could be bad. So that was the banner review for this banner, the Heat the Beach order. If you plan to follow this banner, I wish you good luck. Otherwise, I will see you guys on next video. Take care now, and bye bye.